Hi, thanks. Welcome to our third video, and we are still talking pollution. We are still talking about environmental pollution. Now let's look at the natural causes, and according to the UN, volcanism is a natural cause to pollution. Now, it involves the release of large quantities of harmful gases into the atmosphere during eruptions. For example, carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas leading to climate change, hydrogen halides, which cause acid rain, sulfur dioxide, which are harmful to animals and damage the ozone layer, and hydrogen sulfides, which kill humans at certain concentrations of less than 1 part per thousand. Now they are giving you that volcanicity releases large amounts of harmful gases into the atmosphere during eruptions, and they are giving you the gases and their effects. Effects of what these gases do. They are saying carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas which leads to climate change. Hydrogen halides, which cause acid rain. We talked about acid rain somewhere in our first video. Sulfur dioxide, which are harmful to animals and damage the ozone layer. We talked about layers of the atmosphere, or stratification of the atmosphere. We talked about the mesosphere, the exosphere, the lithosphere, the thermosphere, and then the stratosphere. Yeah, we talked about all those layers. And we talked about ozone layer, the protective layer, the one that prevents heat from the sun, from the exosphere, from reaching the earth. It is a blanket that disperses some of that heat away. It absorbs and disperses such that less of that heat, the sun's rays, reach the earth's surface. Because if those sun's rays were reaching direct, we wouldn't exist here. Man wouldn't exist, even nature. It could just burn the earth's surface. So that is ozone layer, the protective cover of the earth's environment, or of the earth, the land, the nature in the atmosphere. They said sulfur dioxide. We were talking about sulfur dioxide and its damage it causes to the ozone layer, and then hydrogen sulfides, which kills humans at certain concentrations of less than 1 part per meter. Now, hydrogen sulfides, people who burn charcoal, when you burn charcoal, or when we had a student, one of our friends who died when I was still at campus, and this person was cooking beans, lit the charcoal stove and then left it to burn at night. So I think the person suffocated at night, and then because of that smoke, that is an example of the hydrogen sulfide. It can suffocate someone. It suffocated our friend, and unfortunately we lost him. So that is an example of a hydrogen sulfide. It can kill humans at a certain concentration, or cause organ disorders. It goes and it interrupts with your body system. That is hydrogen sulfide. Now the next cause, the natural cause of pollution, is wildfires. They are naturally caused by lightning strikes, heavy sunshines, and are a significant source of air pollution. Wildfires smoke contains significant quantities of both carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, which can cause suffocation. This is what I was talking about in our previous Wildfire's smoke contains significant quantities of both carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, which can cause suffocation. The human causes of environmental pollution. I'm just going to pass through this because you know them. You know what causes pollution in most cases. Land pollution or soil contamination. We have organic farming. The causes of land contamination or land pollution. Inorganic farming. The use of inorganic fertilizers, NPK, ammonium sulfate, all those fertilizers, they cause land pollution, rendering it infertile. Inorganic fertilizer, they render you're depriving the soil of its capacity to be fertile, to be fertile, so it can support plant growth or crop growth on its own. Once you add there chemicals, fertilizers, then you're making the soil infertile. Another one is poor waste management. For example, poor dumping, poor waste collection, dumping or littering, poor waste collection, burning of wastes. All those poor waste management, they lead to land or soil contamination. Poor farming methods, we talked about inorganic farming as a method. Then we have bush burning. People who burn the bush have several reasons as to why they burn. To create space maybe for settlement, prepare land for farming, or for cultivation. The other is deforestation or devegetation. Cutting down trees without replacing them. Deforestation. The cut down of trees without replacement. It also leads to environmental contamination because you are exposing the soils or the land to agents of erosion and others. Land fragmentation and settlement. Land fragmentation, cutting land into small pieces, renders it contaminated. Industrial development or industry, road construction, synthetic pollution, manufacture and use. Synthetic pollution, we mean the manufactured plastics and polythene bags. That is synthetic pollution. That's what we mean. The human causes of water pollution, we say one of them is waste management, is poor waste management and disposal, bioaccumulation, water weeds or water weeds or hytins, hydrophilic plants, water-loving plants. Domestic use and access rights or services, they also cause water pollution. For example, washing clothes in a river, washing clothes there, then the foam soap, it is released there, and then even the dirty water from the dirty clothing, after washing the clothing, that dirty water is poured back into the water bodies. It causes water pollution. Farming practices, for example, riverbank or sidebank farming. In case when you cultivate on the banks or the sides of the river or lake, when it rains, the soils become loose. Cultivating on the flanks, the soils become loose. When it rains or when it floods, the soils are taken away or go into the water bodies, contaminating it, making it dirty. That is pollution. Open defecation and urination. Those are humans that do that. Even flocculation, eutrophication. Eutrophication is these fertilizers that you put in the soil to boost agriculture. When they seek into the soil, and then they go up to the rivers or lakes or water bodies, then they nutrifying the water, eutrophication, causing death of plant of life there in water. For example, the fish, the other reptiles, and the hydrophilic plants or water-loving plants. Transport activities or oil spills. For example, the Gulf oil spill. Ships that transport heavy cargo. For example, merchandise, textiles, what, from, let's say, from the US or the United States to Africa, moving on the Indian, Pacific Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, like that, and the Atlantic Ocean. The spills, the oil spills, oil that flows into the water, it also causes water pollution. The next one is air pollution. Now, the key causes of air pollution include, they are classified into 4. One is mobile. Under mobile, we have cars, the buses, the planes, the trucks, and trains. They are the ones, the mobile, the ones that move. Cars, buses, planes, trucks, and air, releasing gases. Stationary, the ones that do not move. Power plants, oil refineries, industrial facilities, and factories. These are immovable. You cannot move a factory that move from here to there. For them, they are located in one area. Then area, agricultural areas, cities, and wood burning fireplaces. Natural, wind-blown dust, wildfires, and volcanoes. That is the natural causes of air pollution: wind-blown dust, wildfires, and volcanoes, volcanic activities. That's what we had today, and it is. I think we've introduced our topic. We now have winded up environmental degradation. Now, next week we are going to bring our research that we made. Then probably further we shall talk about pollution in Africa, Uganda, other countries, and the other developed nations. Pollution in first world countries, second world countries, third world countries, like that. We shall explore to which level is pollution and how can we overcome it. I think we are going to also to the ways to end pollution, because there are certain ways, there are things that have been put in place to remediate pollution and its effects. I thank you and wish you the best. Please like our videos, watch, subscribe, and share to relevant groups, friends, and persons. I wish you the best. May God bless you all.